all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. You're listening to the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today's the 26th of June. Listen in over the next few minutes to get a head start on your day. Starting with news from back home, it has emerged that Zee Entertainment provided loans, deposits and advances worth 175 crore rupees to related parties, which include promoter-owned entities in the financial year ended March 2019, according to an exchange filing. This at a time when the company was struggling to repay lenders. Remember, mutual funds have agreed to not sell pledged shares till the end of September, even if the stock price falls further. Speaking of issues with debt repayment, Dewan Housing Finance Corporation Limited, or DHFL, repaid only part of the commercial paper that came up for redemption yesterday. The company repaid 40% or 150 crore rupees of the 375 crore rupees it owed to around 12 investors who had invested in the commercial paper. The company said that the rest would be paid back over a period of the next couple of days once its surplus cash flow positions improve. Reliance Industries has said that it has signed agreements with overseas lenders for long-term loans of $1.85 billion, which amounts to just under 13,000 crore rupees, to finance its capital expenditure. This comes amid reports of possible fund infusion by the company of as much as 20,000 crore rupees into its Jio business to bolster its broadband and e-commerce verticals ahead of a potential 5G foray. A Reserve Bank of India appointed committee has recommended that loan limits under the Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency, or Mudra scheme, be raised to 20 lakh from the current 10 lakh. It also suggested that loans up to 5 crore rupees be eligible for online sanction via the web portal psbloansin59minutes.com. In international news, President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping may agree to reopen trade talks during the Group of 20 summit later this week in Japan, according to a senior Trump administration official. The US, however, won't accept conditions on tariffs as part of reopening negotiations, and no trade deal is expected from the summit, where the two leaders are scheduled to meet, according to that same official. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell will speak today in New York about the prospects of the economy, and while his prepared remarks will be followed with the usual diligence by investors, the Q&A session may be dominated by Trump's latest verbal attack. The president accused the Federal Reserve of acting like a stubborn child by holding rates unchanged, even as markets predict a rate cut at the meeting next month. In international markets, US stocks slid, with the Nasdaq losing 1.5% and the Dow and S&P 500 falling 1% and 0.7% respectively. All three early risers in Asia were trading lower in early trade. The Nikkei had lost a little over 0.2% last I checked. In cricket, England's prospects of qualifying for the semi-finals of the ICC Cricket World Cup that they're hosting were dealt another blow last night after Australia got the better of the hosts by 64 runs. England now have to win at least one of their last two games, which are against the two unbeaten sides in the tournament, New Zealand and India. By the way, if you missed the Mitchell Starc Yorker to Ben Stokes, you should check it out. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. How are we looking today?
Hi, Alex. Good morning, everyone. Global cues were weak. The US markets ended down, and the SGX Nifty is currently indicating a negative outlook. But watch out for Dewan Housing Finance today. They've made proportionate payment of 150 crores towards maturity of commercial paper, but the total payment that was to be made was 375 crores, and they have said that the balance 225 crores will be paid over the next few days. Probably the stock may react negatively. Reliance Power will be in focus. ICRA downgraded the long-term and short-term rating of Sasan Power, which is a subsidiary of the company. The outlook is changed to negative from stable, and the downgrade is due to deterioration in financial risk profile of Reliance Power. GVK Power has terminated the Kota Expressway project due to defaults by NHAI. Godrej Properties said that they plan to raise 2,100 crores via QIP. The price range is 912 to 928 per share, which means a discount of 5.5 to 7.1% to the current market price, and the dilution level will be 9% on an expanded equity base. Healthcare Global will raise 20 crores via a preferential issue at 285 per share, which is at a substantial premium to the current market price. IFCI says they seek to sell non-core assets and investment. Big block deal in ICICI Lombard yesterday. Red Bloom Investment sold in 1.4 crore shares. Societe Generale bought in 29.7 lakh shares. Even in Aptech, Washington University sold in 5.3 lakh shares via a bulk deal. Some of the brokerages in focus. Two notes on Axis Bank. Macquarie has upgraded the stock to an outperform and target price has been upped by 22% to 925. JP Morgan has also raised the target price to 850 from 720. BHEL Edelweiss has downgraded the stock to a reduce from a buy and the target price is 60. They believe that BHEL is unlikely to generate revenues growth below 6 to 8% over the next 5 years. And Quess Corp, UBS cuts the target price to 865 from 1080. They say that the management strategy has been misfired, but the course correction by the management has not been priced in. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast, but there's a lot more on the website, so do check it out. That's bloombergquint.com. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a lovely day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.